This isn't just a story about some random killer. No, this is about a ghost, a mastermind, who played a terrifying game with the public and the police, and then just vanished. And this is where it really all kicks off, not with a crime scene, but with a message. This absolutely terrifying line comes directly from the killer himself, part of a coded letter he sent to the press. It's a chilling window into the mind we're about to explore, and it sets a deeply unsettling tone for everything that follows. So to really get a handle on the Zodiac's reign of terror, we have to go back to the beginning. Before the infamous letters, before the name that would scare a whole generation, there was a single brutal act that completely shattered the peace of a small town. Picture this, it's December 20th, 1968, in Vallejo, California. Two high school kids are on their very first date, parked on a secluded lover's lane. Which should have been a sweet, private moment was just obliterated in an instant. Another car pulls up, a man gets out, and with shocking brutality, both teenagers are shot and killed. The victims were David Faraday, just 17, and Betty Lee Johnson, only 16. The police showed up to a scene with no witnesses, no obvious motive. They had nothing. It was just a brutal, senseless act that left the community in shock and the police at a total dead end. But this was only the first move in a much bigger, much more twisted game. But the terror, well, it didn't stop there. Months later, there was another attack, another life cut short. But this time, something shifted. There was a survivor. And the killer, who was clearly feeling emboldened, decided it was time to step out of the shadows and put his name in the headlines. This is literally our only first-hand glimpse of the man behind the violence, and it is haunting. The survivor's description paints a picture not of some frantic monster, but of someone calm, cold, completely detached. That chilling portrait only makes his actions that much more horrifying. And soon after, the entire game just flips on its head. Letters start showing up at major newspapers. The author claims responsibility for the attacks, and for the first time, he gives himself a name, a brand really. He called himself the Zodiac. This wasn't just about killing anymore. This was about fame, and it was about terror. He wasn't just communicating, he was making demands. I mean, this quote just shows his incredible arrogance and his total mastery of manipulating the media. He threatened mass murder just to get his puzzles published, turning the entire public into his hostage. And this is where we get to one of the most famous parts of this whole case, the ciphers. These weren't just letters. They were complex, coded taunts. They were designed to mock law enforcement and cement his legendary status as some kind of criminal mastermind. 340. It seems like a simple number, right? But it would become a symbol of obsession, frustration, and the enduring mystery of the Zodiac Killer. Yeah, this wasn't just some crossword puzzle. The 340 cipher was this complex jumble of symbols that became the white whale of cryptography. For 51 years, the Zodiac's secrets were locked inside these characters, a silent testament to just how cunning he was. Incredibly, it was finally cracked in 2020. But here's the ultimate twist. After 5 decades of waiting, the decoded message was, well, it was more taunting, more boasting, but it didn't have his name. Even in his own game, he made sure the final answer stayed hidden. But the Zodiac wasn't content to just stay in the shadows. Oh no. He was about to make his most brazen move yet. A murder right in the heart of San Francisco that would bring him dangerously close to getting caught. This was the moment he almost lost his own twisted game. The sequence of events here is just breathtakingly bold. A taxi driver, Paul Stein, is shot and killed in a busy city neighborhood. The killer is actually seen by witnesses tearing a piece of Stein's shirt before just calmly walking away, right as police are swarming the area. The trap was closing. But then, one single devastating mistake. The police dispatcher accidentally described the suspect's race incorrectly over the radio. Because of this, an officer who actually drove right past the Zodiac on the street let him go. He thought he was looking for someone else. He slipped right through their fingers. That one error might be the reason this case is still unsolved. So, after all the daring attacks, the taunting letters, and the near misses, the investigation just seemed to hit a wall. They had a prime suspect, a mountain of circumstantial evidence, but never that one piece of definitive proof. The case, which was once this blazing inferno of fear, started to die down. leaving this trail of unanswered questions. For years, the investigation really focused on one man, Arthur Lee Allen, and you can see why. The evidence against him seemed pretty compelling. He matched witness descriptions, he lived near the crime scenes, he owned some suspicious stuff. And yet, for every single piece of evidence pointing at him, there was something else that just didn't add up. His handwriting didn't match the Zodiac's, he passed lie detector tests, and even the DNA evidence came back inconclusive. He was the perfect suspect who could never be proven guilty. Then, in 1974, after years of terrorizing California, silence. The letters just stopped coming. The Zodiac, this person who craved the spotlight and loved the fear he created, just vanished. And so, we're left with a ghost. More than half a century has passed, and despite countless investigations, books, theories, you name it, the man behind the mask is still an enigma. The final, haunting question just echoes through the decades. Who was the Zodiac, and will we ever really know?